Tonight I'm going to talk to you about The Little Book That Beats the Market by Joel Greenblatt. It's a little book, so there isn't a lot to talk about. I mean, I could, I suppose, but I just want to get to the most important parts of this book. Greenblatt says you can put your money under a mattress or in your piggy bank, but when you come to get it years later, it will be worth less than when you put it there in the first place. That's because of inflation. You could put your money in the bank and collect a small amount of interest, but that's not going to get you everything that you need. It's not going to make you rich. Or you could buy bonds in a company like McDonald's, but if something goes wrong with the company or they go bankrupt, then you may never get your interest or your money back. Finally, you could invest your money and make it grow, and that's what this book is essentially about. Before you invest in a company, you need to be able to read the annual income statement sheet. These are very important, and you can learn how to read these. You could obviously probably even find books on the subject, but Greenblatt gives a fictional example, and this is a gum shop. So total sales are $10 million. Cost of goods sold, $6 million. Gross profit is $4 million. And you got to subtract that. Selling, general, and administrative costs, $2 million. Income before taxes, $2 million, and then subtract $800,000. And then the net income is $1,200,000. He says, buy shares of an above average company at below average prices. Buying shares at a discount will provide you with a large margin of safety and lead to safe and consistently profitable investments. So purchase a company that earns more relative to the price you're paying and a high return on capital. I have a visitor. It's the doggle. He promotes this magic formula investing quite a bit in this book. You just follow the instructions, I suppose. This is the site. I signed up for it. All right, so let's go here. You know, there's so far I don't know if there's a lot to it, but I suppose there is. And you can watch this lady's video, and I'll go through this just a little bit, just to kind of give you an idea of, what to do. It's a tutorial, and her name is Rose Hahn. Now, I haven't actually watched this, but I'll share a little bit of it with you right now.
Without you having to do any extra research. There's really nothing magical about the formula. There's a lot of studies that demonstrate that an approach like this of buying good companies at cheap prices does outperform the market. So now that you have some background info and it's refreshed your memory about the magic formula, let's get into the actual tutorial.
Step 1 is to make 3 key decisions. Before we start buying anything, we need to figure out first what the total dollar amount you have to invest is. And for me, I'm investing in my SEP IRA, which is a type of retirement account for self-employed people. And I have about $14,000 in there. So for you, if let's say you're doing it in your Roth IRA and you have $5,000, then that's the total amount you have to invest. For me, it's about $14,000. It's a little more than that, 14,300. The second thing you need to decide is how many stocks you're going to end up with in your portfolio. And Joel Greenblatt in the book, he says anywhere from 20 to 30 stocks is fine. If you want to err on the side of more diversification, then go for 30. If you want to err on the side of less diversification, less work, and possibly more ups and downs and volatility, then go for 20. I just kind of decided on a 21 just because it's a nice even number in terms of, makes it really easy to just buy. It's a nice clean number, because the thing about this number is we're not going to be buying all 21 stocks at once. The magic formula wants you to buy them in batches spaced out over the course of almost a year. So Joel Greenblatt says you could do, say, 7 stocks every 3 months so that you end up with 21 at the end of 9 months. Or you could do 5 stocks every 2 months, so you end up with 30. I chose 21 because I'm going to do it every 3 months. Every 3 months, I'm going to buy 7 stocks. So these are the 3 things you need to figure out. The total dollar amount you have to invest, how many stocks you want in your portfolio ultimately, and based off of that, how often you need to buy stocks and how many you'll buy each time. Okay, so given that you are, well, in my example, I'm going to invest $14,000 and I'm going to have 21 stocks total. That means I need to buy, just doing a little division here, about $680 of each stock. Okay, so these are the 4 pieces of information actually that you need to know before we get on with it. And now I'm gonna just show you a little bit of my actual portfolio. Well, surprise, surprise, I actually bought all 21 stocks already because I implemented this a little bit earlier this year. So my tutorial today is gonna be more like a mock tutorial because I don't actually need to do anything yet, but I made this spreadsheet, and I will tell you how to download this spreadsheet or get a copy of it later on. But what I did was on April 1st, I bought my first 7 stocks. And then 3 months later, on July 1st, I bought my next batch of 7 stocks right here. And then 3 months later, on October 1st, I bought my last batch of 7 stocks.
So that gives you an idea of how this works. I suggest watching her video. It's kind of long, so I don't want to go through the whole thing. But I think this is a good book to read, just to have it as part of your finance library. But it's not the most important book. There are others that I think are way more important than this one. Anyway, that's all I got, and I will talk to you later. Bye.